Is Outlast 3 coming? When will Outlast 3 be released? And is Outlast 3 really in development? People are asking this question a lot. Will Outlast 3 be released? There is important information about this, folks. There are important details. There is also interesting information for the Outlast series, and you will see and hear a lot of information in this video. Therefore, this video is an important video. Let's get started then. Now, it's almost a year and a half since Outlast Trials came out. Dear friends, I don't know if it met your expectations, but the company reached 1 million units sold 1 month after the game's release. I mean, 1 million is a quite high amount for an indie production. After all, the Outlast team is an indie-level team, and therefore not a big-budget company. I think they met their capabilities. But if you ask whether it met the quality of the game or people's expectations, I leave this matter to you. Now, there is a question, there is a topic. First of all, Outlast Trials is not Outlast 3. You probably know this by now. Let's also mention it for friends who don't know. Outlast Trials was a spin-off, a side game, set in a different universe under the same game name, but featuring Outlast dynamics and played in multiplayer. Now, a question comes to people's minds. Will Outlast 3 be released then, since Trials is out? Yes, Outlast 3 is coming, folks. Outlast 3 is on the way. The reason for this is as follows. Outlast has an official Reddit page. The game's producer is also involved here, and they do Q&A sessions, and there are very important details about this. First of all, one of the game's fans said, Outlast 3 is definitely coming. The community manager also confirmed this on their Discord server. They said that after Outlast Trials is fully released, they will dedicate all their focus to Outlast 3. They also made a statement about this after Outlast 2 was released, folks. They made this statement on IGN, the world's biggest gaming website. So, these guys have been making Outlast Trials since 2017. That is, they have been working on it for 4 years. What we can deduce from this is that while they are doing this, they are also focusing on Outlast 3 Inches the Background. That game, Outlast 3, is currently in development and continues to be developed. Therefore, Outlast 3 is really coming, folks. And it doesn't just stop there. Years and years ago, for example, Outlast 2 didn't receive a DLC. Outlast 1 received one DLC, which was Whisleblower. The reason for this is that they wanted to release a DLC for Outlast 2, but due to different thoughts and ideas intervening, this DLC was cancelled. That is, they wanted to focus directly on Trials. Maybe if Trials hadn't been released, they were considering a DLC for Outlast 2 and would have done it, and Outlast Trials would never have come. Which one do you think would have been better? Was it better that Trials came, or do you wish the DLC for Outlast 2 had been released? Which one do you think? I'd appreciate it if you write this in the comments. And by the way, there is another important detail about Outlast 3, folks. When do I think it will be released? Outlast Trials has a few more updates. I think a few more maps will be added. So, even if they have some work on Outlast 3 Inches the Background since 2017, I don't think it will take as long as Trials, and I think we will see Outlast 3 within 1 or 2 years. I'm also excited. I think the most critical point for Outlast 3 is where the game will be set, in confined spaces or in open areas like Outlast 2. This is very critical. There were people who didn't like Outlast 2 at all for that reason. Outlast 1 was in confined spaces. Although Outlast 2 Inches open areas was not very scary, it was gone. I don't think they will release Outlast 3 by just doing the same things again. Maybe it will become a bit like Resident Evil, we might use weapons, it might become a survival horror game, they might try something like that. Let's see what happens. Generally speaking, the information about Outlast 3 was like this. Folks, I hope you liked it. If you are also waiting for Outlast, the third game, like me, I'm waiting for your likes on this video. I'm curious about your comments. What do you think about Outlast 3? How would it be if it were released? I'm waiting for your theories and comments below. If you haven't subscribed, I'm also waiting for your subscriptions, folks. To ensure more videos like this come out, if you enjoy my videos, if you love my videos, we are also waiting for your subscriptions. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Goodbye.